for the OHIO podcast.
OHIO! Welcome back. Welcome in, everybody. You're watching the OHIO podcast. I am your host, Buckeye Boggs. That guy over there is the wild man himself, Chris Watts. Paul Quinn is in from Zanesville. Hi, Paul. Welcome in, OHIO. Thank you so much. Go Bucks, Paul. James Cotton will be in. James was the very first Buckeye I interviewed on the OHIO podcast 4 years ago. Well, Paul Quinn answered your OH with an IO.
Yeah, that's my guy out of Zanesville.
Okay, you know Paul. Very cool.
Yeah, I met him a few times at the Zanesville Mall and took pictures with, I believe it's his sister. But I used to see them frequently when I had a pop-up shop at the Zanesville Colony Square Mall out in Zanesville. So all of my Zanesville Ohioans, we're actually doing a football camp out there this summertime. So you guys stay tuned to that.
Question from Paul Quinn. He says, what advice would you give to a high school upperclassman who is being recruited to a big-time college that would help him decide where to go? Interesting question, Paul.
Yeah, great question, Paul. And for the high school upperclassman, I would say, I would assume that he's getting recruited for football, whether it's basketball or any sports. I would look at that as an opportunity to see what is the best educational program that I'm going to be able to associate myself with. What does the Alumni Association going to do or help me do if I was to come here, and once I graduate, what opportunities lie there? I'm so futuristic with the thinking nowadays because I think a lot of the young athletes today think of kind of like in the moment, but it's like that moment is going to expire at some point. And so you want to make sure you're putting yourself in the position to either someone could help you start a business, create your own business, or you have an opportunity to do whatever your passion is, or if you wanted to get into sales, or if you wanted to get into engineering, if you wanted to get into becoming a doctor or a lawyer, like what do those specific schools have to offer you from that standpoint? Because sports is just a very small part of your whole life that you're going to be living after being on campus and things like that. So you want to make sure you put yourself in an environment that's going to be, for one, spiritually motivating, physically, mentally. You want to put yourself in those positions to be able to encapsulate all of those things, and hopefully that program can offer you a sense of comfort when it comes to, you know, the physical aspect, the mental aspect, the spiritual aspect, because when you're growing and becoming a young man, that or a young lady, that's what you're going to be more known for, is like, how did this person become who they are today, so to speak. And so football has allowed me to transition into what I'm doing today as far as speaking with schools and churches, the businesses that I've created, and the individuals and the former players that I've been able to help transition. Like, that's more of the thing. Like, football is the thing that's going to help you enhance all of the life skills that it's going to take to be a great human being.